Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen QR code with your mobile device and invest in these businesses in real time.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Another round.
You decide whether to help these entrepreneurs' dreams come true or tell them to go fund yourself.
I could see this thing being a worldwide hit.
Meet the Titans, ready to ask the questions you, the investors, want answered.
How do you make money?
Creator of Go Fund Yourself, Rory Kataya.
It makes sense to crowdfund something like this and get in now.
Jason Waller.
I can't tell you what to do, but this is a lottery ticket.
David Meltzer.
Things will go viral very quickly.
This isn't just entertainment.
Because there is a huge opportunity.
With the money that you raise, what will you do with it?
I love this.
This may be one of the best deals I've seen.
And now, it's time to go fund yourself. Today's panel of Titans includes entrepreneur, speaker, and transformational advisor Maya Komoroda, and senior retail executive and consumer goods tastemaker Freddie Cameron. And here to introduce a radical new product, Sandeep Arya, Chief Business Officer, and David Siegel, Co-founder and Chief Innovation Officer at Naqi Logics.
People really need this technology, not just for the people who need help with the assistive tech, but it is a technology for anyone out there. So we open arm welcome everyone.
Hi, my name is Dave Siegel. I'm the co-founder and chief innovation officer at Naqi Logics.
Hi, my name is Sandeep Arya. I'm the Chief Business Officer at Naqi Logics.
At Naqi Logics, we aim to transform a traditional wearable, such as smart earbuds, into one of the world's most powerful neural interfaces. With something as subtle as raising your eyebrow, clenching your jaw, or even doing a firm eye blink, gives you almost an unlimited control of your computers, your mobile devices, wheelchairs, robotics, games, AR, VR, essentially your entire connected world, everywhere where we live, work, and play.
Okay, can I just stop you for a second? I am so in.
I was going to say, talking Rory's language.
So into this right now, okay? And I know nothing about it.
You just cost me a fortune.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's no problem. What we have done is created a whole new evolution of how all of humanity will interact with their computers and devices, all of technology. I'd like for all of the Titans right now, if you can, to take out your phones. And I want you to take your phone and I want you to unlock it. I want you to text somebody who you care about and somebody that's special to you. And it could be as simple as, hey, hon, hopefully your day's going well. And then when you're done, just put the phone down.
Takes Jason a while to find someone.
It's true.
It's easier for some.
I don't like a lot of people. You know, I struggle.
And vice versa.
And that's true, too.
According to the World Health Organization, as simple as that was, over 2.5 billion people around the world struggle to do that. They're challenged to interact with their phones and their computers and pretty much any and all technology. You have to master this technology for somebody that can't move at all below the neck. What we have done is create an entirely new way for people to play games, people to interact with AR, VR wearables without touching, swiping, things of that
All right,
nature.
I can't take it anymore. Show it to me.
So here we are. Let's see it in action, what Naqi is all
Yes.
about. So this earbud has neural sensors, which captures your EMG data. EMG data is electromyography, which is when we make any gestures such as jaw clenches, eye blinks, mouth open, mouth closed, all of that translates in an electrical form, waveforms. What we are able to do that is not only capture that, with the Naqi AI, we are able to understand and differentiate between them.
Seriously?
So what Dave is right now doing, he's not moving, right? But can we say hi, Titans?
I'm still in awe.
I'm getting overly excited, Jace. Help me.
Oh, jeez.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite
Pink.
color? Pink, okay.
That's so stereotypical. I love your jacket, Jason.
Thank you.
I'll make it bigger first.
Let's make it bigger. Let's make it bigger.
And you're doing that
Are you
with your
clenching your
facial
mouth?
movement.
Yeah, so right now what it's doing is basically your jaw clenches and your subtle head movements, which is like hardly 1 or 2 degrees, and you're able to control the whole screen around you, is what really is going on. And it's pretty much, you don't need to really have any hand movement involved or body part, as long as you can do that. The inspiration came from, what if we were born without eyes, without hands, without limbs, and we still had to interact with the technology around us? How do we do that? And it all started there, but you can literally control any application. The most complex we have recently done is the Revit Autodesk. You can control that, which is for the architecture, buildings, and
What's
so on.
Like, how is he doing? I see him, but like,
Yeah, so if you notice subtle head movements, the gyroscopic
he's able
movements,
to move like the cursor with his head, like
also
this.
the jaw clenches, they're all basically turning into the commands.
How much have you raised?
As of today, we have raised around $10 million, and most of it has come through the crowdfunding and private placements. So 50% private placement, 50% crowdfunding.
And are you currently raising money again?
Yeah, right now we are raising another round of crowdfunding for $15 million.
By the way, what you're seeing on the screen behind me, I'm real proud of. I want you guys to take notice of it because it's never happened before, I think, in humanity. Just a number of months ago, I demonstrated the ability to fly a simulated 737 in X-Plane 12, which is a bona fide righteous flight simulator that real pilots use to train on. Full 3D cockpit using nothing but the neural earbud for input. I feel if I can fly a simulated 737 in a top-tier flight simulator, then that 1 out of 3 of us, that 2.5 billion people around the world who struggle to interact with their technology, will now have hope. You could buy something as simple as a smart earbud, put it in, and now be competitive to able-bodied individuals, not only at work, but also in gaming, for instance, with just the earbud.
I mean, if you're doing all that, what's the battery life?
Yeah, so we are working, so this is a prototype, right? And what we are looking at to have a productive full day battery life. So 8 hours is what we are looking at.
There's a lot of opportunity and lots of markets that would benefit from this. Which is your primary market?
Yes. So the application of Naqi goes not just in the accessibility, but industrial setting. Imagine anyone who is having gloves on out there in the industrial setting cannot do the input of the data. We have been contacted by one of the top airlines in United States just to do that for the baggage handlers. They hate entering data. Similarly, we have been asked for the people who are out there in the field who would like to control and remotely send the data back from what they are seeing from their AR glasses. Their hands are tied up. So all of that is possible now.
Amazing, amazing. Congratulations.
We currently
Really,
have 28 patents around the world in 3 separate patent families. We have an incredible moat around this technology that covers everything from true thought control, true brain-computer interface logic, to a more hybrid approach, which is what this is using more ubiquitous electrical signals from your face. You raise your eyebrow, that creates a high amplitude wave. You clench your jaw, creates a high amplitude wave. And through that, allows you to really mimic many of the capabilities. You could type 60, 65 characters per minute with practice, natively, without predictive logic, without swiping.
So when we did our research and we talked to people like, what are the 3 or 4 devices, assistive devices that matter to you? They said, 1, of course, we would like to have computer control because we want to be productive and join the workforce if we can. Number 2, we want to communicate with people, so mobile is absolutely must. And the last, they happen to say that if we could get somehow somebody to feed me without depending on a caregiver, and that is a robotic arm. So then we collaborated with a company named Quinoa. We are now very proud that person can drink and eat with the robotic arm.
Controlling with just the earbud.
amazing.
What's the, you get the 15 million, what does that do for you? Where do you spend that at?
Yeah, so this is the 4th generation prototype, and we are constantly evolving in terms of each human ear is like a fingerprint. It's very different. How do you create a universal fit? How do you make sure that your user interface is intuitive, easy to understand? How do you make sure your AI engine is so robust and personalized that it knows this is me and this is Dave the moment I put it in? So a lot of money that we have raised so far till date, and what we're gonna raise is gonna go into the product development, almost 70-80% of it. And as we get into the product to commercialization, which is in the production phase, that's where the most of the money will also go.
How long realistically do you think till it's commercialized, till you're selling it into virtual tech?
From the design that we have to bring it to market, we probably need 12 to 18 months is when it can be go live.
12 to 18 months.
That's where we see.
That's a lot faster than I thought.
Way faster than I thought.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Sold.
You have something special for sure.
Yeah, I got it. What do you think, right?
1, 2, 3. Bam!
Getting the further validation from the titans and everybody around tells us that we are on a right path. And this will help us in raising the necessary fund to bring this technology to the market.
Pleasure. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be
Thank
here.
you.
amazing.
If you would like to learn more about us and want to be part of our journey, please scan the QR code on the screen.
I think it can help a lot of people. Yeah, the gaming is great, but just people that may not be able to do certain functions can use that technology to make their lives better and make lives better for others. So I really do think there's something special here.
Yeah, this is special. I really want to be involved in this in some capacity. Definitely red button worthy.
Red button worthy.
Yeah.
Great
Congratulations to them. And
Good job.
This was a privilege to be part of this and hear this presentation. It really is.
It is.
We'll look back on this 10 years from now and say we were there.
I would use Naqi Logic to control my TV, drive my Tesla. I could even drive a plane if I wanted to.
That's a great idea.
That's really cool. I love that. This is the future, and if you're not into that kind of thing, I suggest you start learning about it because everyone else is going to be in the way soon.
So go scan that QR code.
Scan that code.
Go fund yourself.
Joining our Titans for this next presentation, Melissa Hibbert, president of Beauty Founders Agency, as well as Dave Harden, founder and managing partner at Outpost Ventures. And here with their plan to revolutionize the food delivery industry are Troy Smith and Will Valago, founders of Chop Chop.
Restaurant owners are handcuffed to third-party delivery apps. The demand is definitely there, and we have a product that the market is really yearning for.
Hi, Titans. I am Troy Smith.
And I'm Will Valago. We are Chop Chop.
During COVID, third-party delivery apps were considered to be the heroes. But the truth is, the model is broken. Restaurants are paying up to 30% just to have their food delivered. And with razor-thin margins, that's just not sustainable anymore. At Chop Chop, we match restaurants with local drivers. Drivers are verified and they're independent. And to make it 100% transparent, we make sure that the restaurant pays the driver directly. There's no hidden tips, there's no hidden fees. We allow the restaurants to take their own orders and their own payments. They're taking their customers back. They've lost them to the delivery apps, and it's costing them a fortune.
All we want to do for our first year goal is strip away 1% of the available market. That translates to $15 million in revenue.
So I got to know, though, to go to the restaurant.
No, you're just going to use the app like you use any other app.
Are we wrong? Tell us what's going on.
We're not involved in the ordering at all.
So I'm at home. I want steak. What do I do?
Why don't you get a salad?
You know what? Dave's right. I'm trying to lose weight. I want a salad and tofu. What do I do?
So you're going to go into the Sweet Green's own app and order through their app.
I'm going to go to the store's app, the restaurant's app.
Correct.
How do I know that, though?
Because you go to Yelp, I use the restaurant's menu, and then we reverse engineer a lot of people like me who services that. Instead, they lose me when I'm already on their menu.
Yep.
Now they'll say, well, Chop Chop, and I'm saving, they're saving, and the driver is making more. One of the things that I like is you don't have to replace the competitors. That if you focus in on restaurant acquisition and driver acquisition, then it becomes a choice, and we know how much the restaurants will prioritize Chop Chop over the existing system because the dollars matter. How are you going to acquire restaurants and drivers? Because that's the two people. If you have tons of those people, the system works.
So we ran a really small budget meta campaign, $200, put it out there. Within 5 days, 12 restaurants signed up, ready to use the app because it makes sense for them. There's 1 million restaurants here in the US, just under. 600,000 use third-party apps. There's 6 million gig drivers here in the US alone. So they're out there. I know I started driving with one of the apps when we first arrived back in the US from Cape Town in 2020, right when COVID hit. When I started driving, it was $8 minimum a delivery, and it was good. They're down to $2 a delivery right now for drivers.
And what do you pay?
So the restaurants decide what they're going to pay. The app does a recommended minimum suggestion, $8 delivery minimum, $2 a mile.
Are you integrating or are you white labeling?
So, good question. So that is, I think that's one of our long-term vision.
Okay.
Is to create that seamless process. As obviously everyone here, you're working off the assumption that these third-party are ordering apps. We're not an ordering app. We're currently just a delivery app. We want to bring this back to who it matters, which is the restaurants themselves.
My concern is the consumer at home. I love this because you could talk to the restaurants, they're going to save money, they control it. You can talk to the drivers, they can make more. That works. The problem or the hurdle is how do you get people like Rory and myself who are so conveniently easy to do a DoorDash or a Uber Eats to do that. And my thought is you need to press these restaurants to advertise and do ads themselves.
Correct.
To say, quit using this. You got to use this, and maybe you get a discount
But also
or whatever.
They could say free delivery and have it white labeled. I think the restaurants lose these customers because it's so inherently dependent that they can't just deliver themselves. Now you've re-empowered them to have their own delivery.
That's right. So the restaurants right now are handcuffed to these third-party delivery.
Correct.
We want to take that away from them. They need to have that control, have control over just the whole delivery process.
What's the risk management involved between the restaurant and the driver and then the end customer?
Drivers are vetted through a third party called Shufti.
Oh, okay.
And it captures their driver's license and it captures their car insurance.
How much value should we ascribe to having this unified interface where I'm just going to an app, everything looks the same, it's simple, it already has my information there, because we won't have that. With what you're proposing. I mean, I know when I call a restaurant to place a takeout order, it's, you got 12 people in the background yelling, hold on, it sucks. It's a experience. That's why I prefer to use the app. Now, am I putting too much value on the unified app interface, or how do you respond to that?
I think you're underestimating how many restaurants have their own apps and they have their own websites.
The markup on DoorDash and Uber Eats is so high.
Totally get the value, right? But I always go back to just my kids, right? Because when I'm out of town, my Uber Eats bills go way up, right? And so they don't sit there and go, I want to go to Pisano's. They don't think like that when they're sitting there. They're like, I want a taco, I want a burrito, I want a pizza, I want a steak.
Restaurants.
And so they're gonna go somewhere, and I think most of America's like that. Of I want Chinese, I want a bucket. It's hard to be like I want to go to this single place. That's a very small amount of time. Most of it is in general. It's the classic. I don't know what I want to eat, but in general, I kind of want this, and there's a leap.
I could see that Mr. Meltzer is strenuously disagreeing with you. What do you got there?
Well, the whole premise of their business model was to take a small portion of that huge market. And I think that people like you that call the restaurant when they know what restaurant is a big enough market by itself, let alone people that use Yelp and then hit the website or the direct link, is more than the portion that they want to gain. I also think once the word gets out, every restaurateur realizes I can save 30%. And the driver's making more by cutting out the middleman. This is the whole gig economy created a whole new middleman.
What's your fee? I saw $199 a month back there. Is that what the restaurant pays?
That's what the restaurant pays, correct.
So it's a flat rate. It's a flat rate.
Flat rate,
$199.
Flat rate, so they can budget. A restaurant has a stable cost. And a lot of restaurateurs don't know how to budget. and they end up losing money and they think they're making money.
There's going to be a big learning curve from an educational standpoint. But here's part of the reality. Consumers, they want to order directly. They're tired of paying $10 for, say, a taco.
Yeah.
That when it gets delivered, it's $30.
You could advertise to consumers, not just restaurants. So you're missing that saying, are you tired of paying $30 for a hamburger? Why don't you pay $12? Because that's one of the biggest fights at my house. I got kids that are I get so frustrated. I'm like, how did we just spend $119 on 2 meals? Like, this is wild to me. I'll drive there and it's $55.
I like this deal so much that if I was the only Titan, I'd be like, bam! Bam! Say it, bam!
What did we give him this morning?
I like it.
Dave wants to write a check. What are you guys looking to raise?
We're looking for $850,000.
What valuation?
We're at a $5 million valuation.
$5 million?
Pre-money or post?
Post money.
$5 million post?
Yep.
You've got 1 million people watching you right now, maybe more. What do you want to tell them right now?
At Chop Chop's the future of restaurant delivery. Cut out the middleman, cut out commissions, and let's give the power back to the restaurants and the drivers and the customers.
Love it.
Bam!
There was a lot of great positive feedback. And more than anything, I think it is an opportunity to really connect with other people and realize there's so much potential with our app. There's a lot of different journeys and different ways in which we could really grow our experience all in all and create a positive impact.
For me, the challenge is that I use the apps that he referred to for restaurant discovery, right? Like, I don't know what I feel like having. I'm hungry. What do I want? I flip through it. I don't really like calling the restaurant. But then you made a point that I think got overlooked a bit, and it really resonated with me, and that's this. They don't need to own the whole damn market. He said we're going for 1%. You picked up on that, which I thought was brilliant. For the 1%, they could be super profitable and really grow this thing. That's what got me.
I think it's a win-win, right? I think it's a great app. I think the drivers win, they make more money. The restaurants win, they spend less. And so I do think it is very, very viable.
I think Chop Chop could go to the top.
Honestly, I would use Chop Chop, especially if I owned a restaurant.
I think Chop Chop can definitely benefit the consumers.
It's a great way for people to also save money as well.
I think a lot of people use Uber like a lot of times, so it stacks up.
It would be just simple for both sides.
And I think if you use Chop Chop, I think it'll save you a lot of money.
You want to try it? Scan this code.
Scan that code.
Don't forget to scan the QR code.
Go fund yourself.